Hello. The next thing we're going to be doing is replacing or welding in new support brackets for the shackle plate here. This is where your spring rides that your rear axle attaches to. So if you look at these, they are as thin as a potato chip. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them off and weld in new supports back in through here. So I made these little brackets. So I'm going to cut these out and then weld in these new ones. And let me just show you here. Look how thin and it completely rusted. It's like as thin as a piece of paper. So now I'm going to put some 14 gauge brackets there, one right there, and then on the other side over here, same thing. I made four. I need two more for over here. So I'm going to cut these off, both of these off, cut both of these off, and then weld in some new ones in there. So it'll be a lot stronger. Alright, so I got the new brackets in, welded in here and here. Same thing on the other side. I did on the opposite side there of that one. So then I come over here, did this side as well. So that's all done too. This and this one. So I'm going to go in there and clean up the welds a little bit, that spatter, and then cut off this extra trim, or trim off this. See the extra piece that's kind of hanging out? Well, when you make templates, they're not exactly perfect, but once you grind it off and you cut them off a little bit and smooth them, they'll look a lot nicer going around. So I did these four here, and I also did, if I flip around over to here, these ones were very similar to the other ones, as in they were just as thin as a piece of paper. So this had a little bit of a different shape than the other ones. So again, I just cut it out, I welded them in, cleaned up around, and I ground out all the pieces that were left of the old one. So welded it all in. So again, you see these little pieces hanging off the end. That could all be ground down and be smooth and look a lot nicer. But I just got done doing it, so they're not exactly perfect, but they're way more together than they were originally. Okay, since those plates were the last pieces to put on, and the cross member's done and everything, so everything has been core sealed, and it is now flat black painted with Rust-Oleum flat black. It doesn't look real pretty, but it's all right though. It's looks kind of runny and nasty looking, but it's all painted good and everything. So this is all done. Did the outriggers are all painted. It does give like a horrible sheen to it, doesn't it? That flat black. So anyways, it's all painted up around. I did, right here is where I stopped. Right where the shackles go to this, where this shackle is over here. That's where I stopped, right on the other side of this cross member and the outriggers. I stopped painting and cleaning or whatever, so I can put on the springs. Let me show you the back. So the back is all done as well. Like I said just previously, the brackets here are done. And so, where am I going with this? All right, so now these are all done. I pressed in new bushings, new rear bushings into here. There's lots of videos online on how to do this. It's just the same as the front as well, so look that up and see how to do that. It's not too hard to do, but it takes time. But rear cross members on, you've seen in the other videos, and tow hitch is on, the custom tow hitch. There'll be a link below on how to make a custom tow hitch. Next thing to do is I already started cleaning the fuel tank, and I started scraping it, and it's actually dripping right now. and draining, where I meant to have a pan underneath it, but forgot to put it on. So it's dripping water out now. I rinsed the inside of it and scraped the whole outside, took all the gook and dirt and years of dirt, and there's also a nest that was on here, right here, in the center of the tank that goes right here with this part of the chassis. So it's like a stages you have to do. First you have to do the hitch, put the hitch on, and then the gas tank sits and mounts right here and covers the hitch bolts, so you don't even see the hitch bolts. So you have to put on the hitch, the fuel tank, and then you can start putting in the springs. Just like a Jeep, they have springs on it, leaf springs. So the next thing is going to be leaf springs, and then the axle will go on. So it all goes in steps. Like I couldn't put the fuel tank on and then put the hitch on, because I won't be able to get to the bolts. So I had to put the hitch on first, get that finished, then do the gas tank. And then the gas tank mounts onto these brackets here, and also the rear cross member. So again, trying to get that in there with the axle here, it would be a real pain in the butt. So the next video will be, this will be all painted and cleaned up. I'm going to do that and then put that up inside. Okay, so that's the update. I'm real happy. I painted it all. Everything is painted that flat black, which is exactly what I like. And that's the rear tub up there. Up here is all the rear tub, and this is all aluminum up here with steel braces going across. So that's why it kind of has this corrosion kind of look to it. And so that's all staying the same. That's all fine. It's all solid and everything. And even the original rubber mounts in between there are all pretty solid all around. So I got a little bit of paint on it, but that's all right. No one's ever going to see it. So there it is. Until next time, thank you.